Wix and welcome to today's video. On today's video I'm going to be doing the Australian Mums Vlogging Tag. Hopefully I have that name right. A whole bunch of Australian vlogging mums are going to be doing the exact same tag as I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to link all of their channels down in the description box down below, so if you're interested in watching some other Australian vlogging mums, definitely check them out. They're all going to be doing the same tag like I just said. So it would be great to see what their answers are. I'm really looking forward to going and watching their videos after you finish watching this one. Definitely go and check their videos out. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. I'm joined by Anna today. She's having an icy cold, so I'm just going to be helping her out every now and then. Now what this tag entails is a whole bunch of questions about being an Australian vlogging mum that I'm going to answer. And they're really fun and exciting to answer. I haven't gone through and prepared my answers yet, so it could get interesting. So let's get started. My computer is just down here, so I'm going to be looking down there every now and then and looking at Anna. Here you go. Okay. The first question is Vegemite or Promite? Which one do you like best? Definitely Vegemite. Promite is so gross. Guys, if you've ever tried Vegemite, you'll know how amazing it is, especially if you've eaten it correctly. I see a lot of YouTube videos from like Americans and international people eating Vegemite with a spoon. It's pretty funny, but it's not how you're meant to eat it. So I love having Vegemite on toast for breakfast, but Promite is a big no-no. The next question is Neighbours or Home and Away? I am not a big fan of either of them. Growing up I was a big fan of Neighbours, but it's been probably about 12 years since I've watched Neighbours, and I've never actually watched Home and Away, so I'm going to go with Neighbours, but if I had to choose I probably wouldn't watch either of them. The next question is Woolworths or Coles? Well, a little bit of both. I like Woolies because they give away the free fruit for children. I'm a big fan of free stuff. We always go to Woolies because it's our local shopping centre. Our Coles is about a half-an-hour drive away, but if I had to choose, I'd probably choose Coles. They have low prices and I can't get enough of the down prices are down. The next question is, what's one thing you love about raising kids in Australia? I'd probably have to say not having to worry about too much stuff. I've seen in other countries and on the news there's a lot of stuff going on and it's kind of hard to take your children out to the park because you have to watch them because you don't want anyone to like take them or whatever. But here in Australia I feel pretty relaxed, especially in a small town. Well, we don't live in a small town, but in a small city like Rockhampton, it's pretty relaxed. The kids can go outside and play and you don't really have to worry too much. That's what I like about living in Australia and raising kids. The next question is there anything in Australia that you'd like to change for the children's future? Probably everything that you hear about on the news. I try and not watch the news because it just freaks me out, and I think as a mum it just not only stresses me out, but it makes me really nervous about taking my kids outside or taking them on a holiday or even taking them overseas. I think watching the news just makes you feel really worried about everything. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments section down below if you get really worried about watching the news and it makes you really nervous. I try and not watch it at all. If I hear about it on the radio, I'll turn it over. If I see it on the TV, I turn it over. I don't want to hear about it. I definitely don't want to hear about it on my Facebook page either, or in my news feed. So I try and stay away from that. That's probably the one thing I would change. The next question is, what do you wish Australia had that other countries do have? When I went to Japan, I just loved how everyone was so relaxed and everything was so safe. I always felt so safe, even walking around at night time. I just felt 100% okay. I wish Australia was like that. I wish that everybody was just so much more respectful, and I wish that everyone just kind of looked out for everybody. It sometimes happens, but most of the time, not so much. The next question is, what's your favourite city, town or hotspot in Australia? That's a good question. I have been to a few different places around Australia. I visited WA, Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria. And out of all those places, I would probably say the Sunshine Coast. I love the Sunshine Coast in Queensland because of its beaches, just the vibe. I love having the vibe of walking down the beach and just being relaxed, getting some ice cream, having some fish and chips, you know, that sort of stuff. It's just very relaxed, and I think that's why I love it. The next question is, if you had a choice to continue living in Australia, would you? I think this question kind of is asking whether I'd move overseas or whether I'd stay in Australia. I think I would stay in Australia. Sometimes I feel like it would be great to move overseas to another country just to see what it's like, but I really love Australia. I love just how relaxed it is. I guess I've said that before, but I think in other countries I would have a little bit more of a worry, just because it's new and something different. But here in Australia, it kind of just feels like home, and if I was to go away, I'd probably miss all my family and friends as well. Next question is, you're not Australian unless... that's a good one. It's a little bit hard. I was going to say, unless you enjoy... No. You're not Australian unless... I don't know, that's a really hard one. I can't answer that. I can't wait to see what the other mums answer for that one. If you have an answer for that one, leave it in the comment section down below because I'm just puzzled. The next question is, how do you like to spend Australia Day? I like to spend Australia Day just hanging out with family and friends. People might come over for some lunch, we might go to the zoo, we might head down to the beach, just chilling and relaxing with family. The next question is, what sports do your kids play? Well, my kids are 2 at the moment, so they don't actually play any sports. But the girls have had a little bit of interest in soccer, basketball, and dancing. So hopefully sometime in the future they will join a sport and they'll enjoy one of those. The next question is, what's your favourite Australian movie? To be honest, I don't know a lot of Australian movies. So I have no idea. There was a movie that they filmed in central Queensland a few years ago that came out on DVD, and I own the DVD. What is it called? I think it's called Charlie and Boots. Check it out. Google that. Hopefully that's the name of it. But I really enjoyed that one, mainly because it was filmed in central Queensland and that's where I live, and it was great seeing the little local hotspots in the movie. The next question is, who is your favourite celebrity or musician that's Australian? That's a good question. Again, I don't know. It's so hard. I should really know who's Australian and who's not. That's my main problem. There's a lot of people that I like, but I just forget if they're Australian. I really like Rebel Wilson. I know she's an actor, she's not a musician, but she's so funny, especially in Pitch Perfect. I absolutely love those movies. Yeah, I'd probably say her. She's so funny and so down to earth, and just everything that she does just turns to gold. The next question is, which Australian celebrity are you sick of hearing about in social media? Once again, I have no idea. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I don't know who's Australian, who's not Australian. They're all just a big jumbled mess in my head. I'm just sick of hearing about. I'm just sick of hearing about all the celebrities, to be honest. I'm kind of over all the celebrity news, so I'd probably just say all of them. The next question is, what's your favourite Australian pastime? I definitely have to say going down to Bunnings and getting a sausage sandwich. That's definitely my favourite. The girls and I love going to Bunnings and playing on the play equipment and looking at the plants and doing a bunch of shopping, but we love getting a sausage sandwich, so that's definitely our favourite Australian pastime. The next question is, what's my favourite Australian slang word? Probably Sheila. I love when people call like some chick a Sheila. You know, that Sheila down the road, you know, stuff like that. I think it's just hilarious. The next question is, what's my favourite Australian animal? That's easy, it's the koala. They're so cute and cuddly. The next question is, what's your favourite Australian children's book? And once again, I have no idea. I don't know which books are Australians and which ones not. I like a lot of children's books. We read a lot. We mainly read a lot of Wiggles. Oh, that's probably my favourite Australian musician. They're Australian. Yes, we love the Wiggles. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, 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 potato. The next question is, what's your favourite brand of nappies? Well, as you guys know, we actually have the girls in cloth nappies, and my favourite brand of cloth nappy is just the cheap eBay ones. I ended up just sticking with the cheap eBay ones because they've worked out for us ever since we got them, and I've had no need to go out and buy a branded name cloth nappy. And the last question of this tag is your favourite family meal. That is a great question. We have so many favorite family meals, but I'd have to say crispy chicken tacos. They're easy to make, they're fun to eat, and they make a lot of mess when you eat them. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check out the other Australian vlogging mums videos in the description box down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!